Fitzy and Wippa.
Okay, obviously this weekend is a big one. You have to vote. On Saturday, May 21st, it's another federal election and Nine's live election results. They begin at 7 p.m. with this man, hosted by Peter Overton. He joins us now.
Wow, Pete.
Morning, Fitzy, Wippa, Sarah, Tom.
Morning.
Is Matt on today?
No.
Who else is in the building?
No, Leno's here behind the desk, mate, as we cross to you in the studios there at Channel 9. Pete, before we talk about the election coverage, there's a couple of things to tick off this morning. I mean, first things first.
I feared this.
First things first. In entertainment circles, how dare you speak about Miranda Kerr like this?
A life-changing surprise for art and design graduates in Los Angeles. Aussie supermodel model Miranda Kerr and her Snapchat founder, husband Evan Spiegel.
Now, I mean, sometimes we all stumble, don't we, Pete?
Aussie supermodel model Miranda.
That was a beauty.
Well, it was a beauty, and our floor manager was wearing his floor mask, his face mask, and my eyes met his eyes. And, you know, his face was covered, but I knew exactly what he was thinking, and he knew exactly what I was thinking. But, man, I thank goodness I picked it up quickly. I'm seeing things that don't exist on the autocue sometimes.
So funny.
Is that the
so
biggest,
funny.
Is that the funniest gaffe you've had over the years, Peter, or is there another one that sticks out in your mind?
Oh, Fitzy, I wouldn't call that funny. I just call that horrible. I thought about it for the rest of... Even now, I'm still thinking about it since you brought it up again. It's on loop in my head.
Hey, let's cut to topic number 2 before we get to the...
He's got a few written down here, Pete, so brace yourself.
Let's go to
I'm
topic
braced.
number 2 before we get to the election coverage, Peter. Great celebration of the beautiful Richard Wilkins, 35 years at Channel 9, and great to have a drink at his place on Friday night. You had a good time?
It was fantastic. Great to see you on the way out and offer you a lift home because I felt you needed it, and I just thought that would protect you from the people and the traffic and all sorts of things, and you refused my lift.
It was very generous. I went back to the bar for another gin and tonic with Dickie. But what was interesting was on the way out you shared with myself and Tommy Ivy that you'd actually been kicked out of the marital suite. You had to sleep elsewhere these days.
I said to Jessica when we got in the car, oh no, I know what's going to happen next week. I thought I was having a private conversation with Tom, you and Jessica and me. We had a laugh. It was funny. Well, I thought I was funny. And
It was funny.
Then I said to Jessica, they're going to get me on the show and they'll do it under the premise of talking about the election. And it's a gotcha. Yes, look, I have been just in our 15-year-old's bed because she's been in our bed. And, yeah. I'm not going to say any more.
How do you fit in a 15-year-old's bed, Pete? You are massive. What are you, 6'4"?
Diagonally.
Or was it a plea for help? That's what I'm thinking. Because you know, when you talk to Fitzy and Wippa, it's always going to get back on the show. I think this was a plea for help.
He wants to be rescued. Are you back in your own bed?
Absolutely back in my own bed. I felt I was in a relationship with about 3 or 4 Barbie dolls that kept poking into me when I'm sleeping, whichever way I slept. You'd find a Barbie doll or a stuffed toy or something. My goodness, they can collect some stuff.
Brilliant.
Actually, we were just talking Harry Styles before, Pete, and, you know, obviously, are the girls asking for Harry Styles tickets? So you're in a bit of trouble there. Have you taken the girls to any gigs yourself? Are you one of those dads?
Oh, absolutely. Bruno Mars, Katy Perry, Keith Urban. We absolutely. But I tell you, the Harry Styles phenomenon for a 13-year-old girl, you know, when you see kids crying, I totally get it now because I've seen it in my darling Giselle.
Yeah.
We were going to buy tickets in somewhere on the other side of the world. She wanted to go to Glastonbury to see Harry Styles when we couldn't get tickets. When he cancelled the concert here, and I said, Giselle, how the heck are we going to get to Glastonbury? You're 13 years old, you've got to go to school. No, and it was on for young and old for about a week. And anyway, I've managed to buy some tickets, and we've got to do a family adventure to Melbourne to see him, but we're going to do it. And she's happy, I'm happy, and it'll be fun. I love Harry. I know everything about Harry because I've done the whole degree with Giselle in Harry Styles.
Oh, he's good. No, everybody likes him. Well, who else are they into at the moment, Pete? Outside of Harry?
Oh, look... Yeah, well, when we listen to you on the way to school in the car,
sorry about that.
And we'll listen. Yeah, no, so whatever you play, they're into.
Okay.
And they're into
good.
You too as well.
Well said,
thank
Pete.
you.
Well said. All right, let's talk about the election coverage. Oh, look, there's been a lot of controversy. This is a really hard team to get involved with, Pete, the election coverage, because I know Alison Langdon. She's not happy at all, and even Carlos can't even get on there as well. Are you the one picking the side, Pete? What's going on here?
No, I just got the tap on the shoulder and said, "You available on Saturday the 21st? Can you host the election?"
He's
the man.
He's always first picked. He's captain of the team. Do you enjoy it, Pete? Because it is a roller coaster ride on that Saturday night.
I can't wait for it to start. I suppose we're a bit like the leaders. We want to get it underway because it's a nervous build-up. It's a nervous energy. It's a huge coverage. We actually start at 5, then we come off air for an hour for the news, then we're 7 p.m. right through till the leaders speak. And who knows whether we'll even have a result on
that's
the night.
the thing.
Pete, how do you think the everyday Australian is going into this federal election compared to the other ones? Do you feel like they're confident of who they're voting for, or we're a bit disillusioned at the moment?
I think disillusioned with our political system and our leaders and what's on offer. I think with Scott Morrison, it's been, well, this is what I've achieved, and then you've got Anthony Albanese, and I just think it lacks the detail for all of both sides. We want a bridge to take us to the future. Yeah. And I don't know that they're building that bridge. It seems to be like life now, so intense and so in the moment, as opposed to, well, what are we going to look like in a few years' time? Mm-hmm. And when they say things like, we'll bring down your childcare, your power prices, well, we all know that it's market forces that drive those sort of things. And, you can't just spin a line and then get to the lodge and go, well, how are we going to do this?
Pete, have you ever tackled a kid on a soccer field or when the girls have been playing or anything like that?
No.
Amazing footage, isn't it? Just amazing footage. Unfortunately,
it's incredible.
He joins us on the
bulldozer.
Show. Oh, the bulldozer. He's on in about half an hour, Pete.
Hey, Pete, you got to do us a favour, right? Because we're good friends with you. Could you get 2 words in, right? You just got to get 2 words in for Saturday night in the election coverage.
What do you want to go with?
Super mole.
Super mole. And Harry Styles. Can you get a Harry Styles mention?
So you got to get Super mole in again somehow, Pete.
Oh, well, if we're still on at 1 in the morning, maybe.
All right, after midnight, look out for Peter Overton saying Super Mole on Channel 9.
Well done, mate. Well, you can catch it Saturday night, 7 p.m. Love you, Pete. Thanks for coming on the show, buddy.
Love you guys. You're fantastic, and thanks for your support.
Thanks, buddy.
Fitzy and Wippa.